My fellow Americans, we are back again with yet another video. Or if you're not from America, hello to you as well. We definitely have a lot to talk about today. I actually have not been in front of the camera for a while. I feel like I say that every single time, but this time it's for real. Um, just a lot. This week was crazy. This week was jam packed with different stuff. I warned you about that last week. Last week I said that there was 4 more weeks of radiation left, and the next one, as well as the one 3 weeks from then, would be crazy. We'll get into that in a second. But obviously, election day is fast approaching. It is literally tomorrow at the time of me making this video. So I'm not gonna ever tell you guys what to do. But if you wanna exercise your right to vote, I would highly advise to do so. The whole thing seems like it is really at stake here, just based on what's been going on for the last 4 years. Um, and yeah, Trump was shot on the day when I started chemo, and he is due to be rightfully elected right around the time that I ended. So it just seems like a perfect synchronous cycle with me. Not to be like Truman Show or anything, but listen, it sometimes synchronicities like that happen. They happen to everyone at all parts of the world. But um, he is leading in most of the major swing states. He's leading in Arizona. He's leading in Nevada. He's leading in Georgia. He's leading in North Carolina. I believe he's losing in PA, Michigan, and Wisconsin currently. He needs to win one of those to win the election. But here's the thing. Mail-in ballots usually skew towards Democrats, and on the day of, on the 5th, on Tuesday, tomorrow, the Republicans go out and vote. So I'm definitely going to go out and vote tomorrow. But with all that being said, let's jump into the update about my life, because I'm sure that is why you clicked on this video. So, the last I spoke to you guys, I told you that we got into it, me and my doctor. We were arguing over the specificities, or not really arguing, but I was concerned about the peripheral neuropathy I was feeling in my hands. Since that video, that is basically resolved. I don't really feel it at all, which is obviously great. I've had 2 vincristine doses since that. I have 5 more to go, I believe, and I have 6 more weeks of chemo to go. The last week is just the dactynomycin, which is a pretty heavy chemo drug, which does require some anti-nausea medicine as well. But after that, we are done for good. Never have to deal with this ever again in my life. I have 2.5 more weeks of radiation. I guess a little bit more than that, because we are starting our 3rd week of radiation. So we're halfway through. We're at exactly the halfway mark right now. The entire course of radiation was 5.5 weeks, and we are 14 days in. So we got 14 days left. The whole thing is 28 days cumulatively. As you can see, the hair is growing in big time. I never noticed this, but apparently I have a cowlick right here. I literally never noticed that when my hair was long, but that is why that spot isn't really filling in. But the rest of it is absolutely coming in. I love this look, actually. A lot of people have been complimenting me on it, which is crazy, because it's literally just about a month off of being bald, but it's such a different look than being bald. With this shirt and this look, you guys would probably think I was in the IDF or the U.S. military or something like that. So that's pretty cool that we can quickly switch gears into this look. I've been growing my beard out for a couple of weeks as well. It's getting pretty long. I might shave it at some point. Let me know what you think of it down below. I'm just kind of like switching it up a bit. But yeah, so I also have been working out a good amount on a consistent basis. I took a few days off during the height of last week just to make sure I get all my stuff done that I need to get done in time for the holiday season. I missed out on Thursday's parties, which was a bummer because that was actually Halloween day. I was feeling pretty tired because I had my dose of Inchristine on the day, so I just slept through it. But then on Friday as well as Saturday, I went out with my college friends and we just chilled and had a good time. So that's always nice. I'm gonna respond to a comment that actually was listed on, left on the last video. If I'm talking to you, you know who you are. But basically, the comment was that they expressed their concern about me working out constantly and like living my life as normally planned, even though I'm undergoing cancer treatment. What I will say about that is, look, for me personally, I don't benefit from relaxing, rarely ever. In some cases, like right this second, I'm feeling like relaxing, so I will. I always do, like, I don't do more than I can handle. I'm always very conscientious about how I'm feeling. But I never really felt great about just relaxing constantly. That's why I chose to go to school, even through all of this. That's why I chose to even still have the apartment at Rutgers, which is where I go to school. And yeah, so I never really wanted to just take a chill pill. In terms of the cancer itself, whatever was there a couple months ago, I doubt is there now. Whatever is left of the chemo and the radiation is just to ensure that it never comes back. So I'm not too worried about that. And as far as protecting myself from the chemo, I would argue that for that neuropathy side effect, it's actually way better to move around a lot than to relax. For me in particular, movement always helps me. It keeps my muscles nice and sore, like if I'm working out a lot, and that pumps the blood towards them and stops them from losing blood flow, which is what neuropathy basically is lack of blood flow to the nerves. I've still been taking that glutamine supplement. I upped it to 3 times a day every day because there are no side effects, and I just really wanted to I really don't want to have that particular side effect. Just don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that it doesn't happen. So yeah, crazy week this week. I mean, like this past week. This coming week is very chill, thank God. I do have the radiation all 5 days, so in that way it's not chill. But I got a good schedule, the best schedule I've had so far. It's actually 7 a.m. on today, which is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then 9 p.m. on Wednesday, which is basically ideal for me. That's exactly what I wanted. So I'm super happy about that. And yeah, next week is going to be crazy though, because next week is that Tony Robbins event that I've been telling you guys about. So I might have to move my schedule around a little bit, make sure that everything is in order because the event. So on Wednesday night, we do start with a dinner. We start with a dinner on Wednesday night, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll be expected to be in the Prudential Center for the entire day. So definitely, I'm gonna have to schedule everything accordingly. The radiation's at 7 a.m. I'm not too worried about because that's really early. They really only need you at the Prudential Center by 10, which should be definitely doable. But the chemo is the main thing I'm worried about for next week. So I might move it to Wednesday. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so that's what's going on next week. The week after that is the last week of radiation. That will probably be more on the chill side, similar to this week. In terms of the radiation itself, I don't know if you can tell, but I am developing a bit of a burn under my eye. It's black and blue, like under where the eyelashes are. And also right over here on this side of my eyebrow, there is a pretty noticeable swelling going on. So That is what happens when you radiate a sensitive area, or any area really, but the eye is particularly sensitive, so it definitely is going to react to the radiation. We're only halfway through, so that might get a good amount worse. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm also very fair skinned in that area. I have blue eyes, and I'm pretty pale right now because it's not summer, the sun's not out. So there's nothing you can really do about that except to use these Aquaphor packets, which I actually haven't tried yet, but I should probably try them. So yeah, we're halfway through that. Last week something weird happened where there was an ingrown hair / pimple on my eyebrow, and I popped it, or my dad did rather, and it actually swole up to like a crazy amount. I'm gonna put a picture right here. It was crazy. It looked almost like the original eye problem itself, like, but obviously it wasn't that. It was just an ingrown hair that got really swollen because of the irritation from radiation. So that was a scary day. That was last Tuesday. I went to the hospital to get checked, but it was just an ingrown hair. No big deal really. As far as scheduling goes, so like I said, next week is crazy. I really need to power until November 22nd. So until November 22nd, I have 3 more chemos every Thursday. Like I said, next week I might switch it to Wednesday. So that's 3 more days where I have chemo and radiation. Those days are pretty ass, but 3 more of those, and then just 3 more weeks of radiation, 5 days a week. So you got those, and once we get to the 22nd, the only thing that I have left treatment-wise is 3 more chemos for the following 3 weeks. So I believe the 29th, December 5th, and December 12th, and after that we're done. We're done. December 12th was the last chemo. It's that dactynomycin, which makes you feel like absolute dog shit, which definitely sucks. That's gonna be hell. But after that, we're done. So yeah, there's that. And then after that, in terms of scheduling, we got a couple more appointments. We got the end of cycle scans that'll show that there's no cancer, and that's like basically clearance. So X-ray of chest, they always do that for some reason. They do the MRI of the head and the PET scan of the whole body, just to make sure everything's good. And then the port comes out like a week after that. I don't have an official date for that. January 9th would probably be a good estimate. I don't know if I ever showed you this port. Let me show you before I remove it and forget about it entirely. But this is how it looks. It's right next to my right shoulder, which is usually where the ports are. So there it is, as you can see. That is what it looks like. And if you guys have never seen a single, I believe it's called a single cathode port or something. It's really only for chemo. So yeah, that's that. And then I have an ophthalmologist appointment on January 22nd to just check out my eye, make sure everything looks fine. But overall, we are ramping this whole thing down, which is excellent. Obviously, these 3 weeks are pretty ass. But after that, and that one big bad chemo left, we will be done for good and never deal with this again. I literally cannot wait. I've been taking myself to most of the appointments lately because, like, my family's just busy and they're probably sick of this nonsense at this point. But I cannot wait to be done. Like, I can't emphasize that to you guys enough. And then just explore other avenues of my life and move on from this disaster, which definitely was a great learning experience, I have to admit. But I'll make a full recap video at the end, don't worry. We still got a decent ways to go. We got a lot of videos to still be made. We gotta do like the end of radiation. I gotta tell you guys how the rest of the chemos are, and then the end of cycle scans and all that good stuff. Some other exciting stuff is that I have a trip planned for December 23rd through the 30th, I believe. I'm going to Miami. I usually do that for winter break, but it's nice to have tickets very far in advance so that way I know I'm going. I have something to look forward to. That's in about a month and a half, I guess, maybe a little more than that. So I'm definitely excited about that. I might also go somewhere for Thanksgiving. I might go to Wisconsin because I have family there, but mainly my mom and my sister and brother will probably go since I'd still be on treatment at that point technically. But I'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll see what I can swing. I'm sure they'll be a bit more lenient since it's right at the end. But yeah, with all that being said, that is my update for you guys today. I hope it was enjoyable because I feel like that was pretty good. I feel like there was a lot to really talk about and unpack there. Yeah, with all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, more to come, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.